Hello and welcome to this week's episode of On the Back of the Bus Pods. And this week's episode is all about Neighbours. Not just the TV show, but the ones that live next door to you as well. I am comedian Tom Glover.
I am Suzy Bennett,
who is also a comedian. And if you like what you hear, then you can follow us on socials at OTB Pod, and you can sign up to us on Patreon for £3 a month for bonus exclusive content every week and specials every month as well. Enjoy the show. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Neighbours. Everybody needs good neighbours.
With
Just
a
a
little understanding, they
you can
become
find the perfect blend.
Perfect blend.
Neighbours should be there for one another. That's when good neighbours become good
friends in that bit.
Do you remember that bit? And the Grundy symbol used to go like roll along. That was the Grundy,
yeah.
Which is also a name for dirty underwear. Yeah. Grundy was the name of the TV company, and it was like a thing that used to roll across. And friends.
A friend of mine on TikTok on the socials. I need to give you a name.
Not a friend then.
Yeah. Well, we're only friends through the TikTok.
Not real
that's
friends.
what you call it when you're older. The TikTok. I don't know if you'll have to look on your phone on the podcast. Is it unprofessional?
Can we just sing Neighbours again to fill the time?
Neighbours.
I can do the other verse.
Helen, a friend of mine.
Helen Daniels.
A friend of mine on TikTok. Helen McPherson.
Ooh.
And she does a lot of like 90s reminiscing.
Yeah.
And she did a thing the other day mentioning how on Neighbours they always had that background music, and there's 2 songs that they always played. Do you remember what they were?
There was one that was like Boys Will Be Boys that they play when something dramatic happened. It goes Boys Will Be Boys or something like that.
I don't remember that one.
You talking about incidental music?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me incidental.
Well, no. It's things like that something bad would happen, and the one was that goes, "Don't treat me like a fool." Do you remember that? Yeah. And the other one was, "Just give me one good reason why I should go home again." And it was like background music, but it wasn't obviously from a real band.
This must be new generation Neighbours,
Yeah,
because I think I was going well back.
Yeah,
because I mentioned Helen Daniels,
is my sort of
and
age.
you got nothing.
Yeah.
Helen Daniels, Jim Robinson, Scott and Charlene.
Yeah, that I know of Scott and Charlene from like I love the 80s programs and stuff. Because when I was younger, there were a lot of programs that was like I love the 80s, and it'd be people talking about what they loved about it.
Yeah, it'd be like people like Timmy Mallet popping up and saying something.
Yeah, see, I'm not really familiar with Timmy Mallet's work.
Yeah, I once did a gig and Timmy Mallet was in the audience, and the promoter of the gig came in and said, "Right, nobody's allowed to mention U-Tree." And we were like, "Why?" And they went, "Because Timmy Mallet's in the audience." We're like, "But he's not been done by U-Tree." And they were like, "Yeah, but
feels
they're
like
rounding him up."
He's adjacent.
I think they were basically saying,
"Yeah, no, apparently he's a very nice man, Timmy Mallet."
I'm sure he is. Yeah, he used to punk people on the head.
You don't say sure he is, because you just implied he should have been arrested by Operation U-Tree.
Huh. I didn't. I was just saying that what someone said about don't say it in front of him because it might upset him because of his mates are all being banged up.
Apparently he was good. He used to hit kids with a mallet.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did do that.
That was fine.
Bonk him on the head. I said
hit him with a.
Because bonk's a playful word to get hit on the head. Bonk. I got bonked on the head.
Yeah, bonk can mean something else though.
Yeah. So Neighbours, not the show, but actual neighbours that we live next door to, or are we talking about Neighbours, the TV show set in
Well, that's the beauty
Erinsborough?
of our show, is that we can talk whatever we want to.
We can do whatever we want, but
it's about neighbours in general.
We will end up talking about Madame Tussauds because.
Yeah. Have you ever lived next door to Torval and Dean? Let's get that out of the way.
No.
Have you ever been like camped outside their house or looked through Have you ever looked through the bins of a celebrity?
I've looked through the letterbox on Coronation Street though, because I went to the tour, which is one of the best days of my life, and I looked through the letterbox. It's just facades in it. It's just wooden.
So when you look through a letterbox, it's just nothing there.
Just
That's a shame, isn't it?
Straight into the ginnel.
Into the ginnel. If you could have a Coronation Street character as your neighbour, who would you have?
As a neighbour.
Who would be a good neighbour?
Sally and Tim would be good neighbours, but because of the comedy value, and Sally would probably always let you borrow some sugar.
Yeah.
But she would come in and look at your curtains and go, "Oh no."
I like Roy.
Yeah,
Roy.
Roy's all right, but he's a bit awkward, isn't he?
But he keep himself to himself.
around
I don't
Roy.
want to have a chat with my neighbour.
Yeah, but
ideally.
he does come up with nuggets of good advice now and again, so that would be all right. But I do like Glenda at the moment. Glenda's currently the manager of the Rovers, and she worked on a cruise ship, and she sings, and she had a drag night the other night, so she's bringing the glamour back.
Is she played by Jane McDonald?
No, she is played by Jodie Pronger, who was the winner of I'd Do Anything, the reality show to find a Nancy for Oliver.
I'd do anything to be famous.
She has got a singing background. She's bloody good.
Yeah.
She's really good.
Yeah, but
Proper sassy.
she's basically playing Jane McDonald though.
No, she's
Cruise
playing Jodie
cruise
Pronger.
singer.
No, well, possibly, yeah. Jane McDonald's an icon though.
Yeah. Cool. I didn't say she wasn't.
Yeah, but also Steve McDonald is funny, and
Is he still in it?
Yeah, he's still in it. Yeah, he's been.
That's a good job, isn't it? You get that job for life.
He's been bonking Claire Sweeney out of Brookside.
That's the trouble being next door to Steve McDonald. He'd be bonking everyone.
Yeah, he's been the most married person on Coronation Street. He's had the most marriages.
That's a bit of you
Even
don't really
more
want
than
that going
Ken.
on next
Ken's
door.
still going. Rita's still clinging on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rita's still going.
So what about
what
you?
about
Do you
Norris?
watch the soaps?
Norris,
Norris is gone.
has he
Sorry to break it to you this way,
in real life?
but he's all right in real
He's all
life.
right in real life.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah, I haven't watched it since I was a kid because when I was a kid, like that's the terrestrial TV days.
Yeah.
At home, mum and dad would
Terrestrial.
always watch.
For the
both-
young people, that means 4 channels.
Yeah,
If you're lucky.
yeah. I know it meant 5 channels if you're lucky. In the 90s.
I'm 10 years older than you, so.
Yeah. Oh, we had 4 channels.
My dad used to
Don't
have
you
to
worry
go
about
up
that.
into the loft and fiddle with the aerial so we could watch the Munsters on our black and white telly.
Is that a euphemism?
No.
No.
What were you trying to imply there?
Your dad was getting into the loft to fiddle with his aerial. Sorry.
Okay. So, do you watch the soaps?
No, not
don't-
anymore.
No, it's because you've got 4 kids. Too busy.
It's too much to keep up with.
Too much drama in your life.
Because like
Don't
your
need
grandparents, like they don't want to watch. They never want to watch a box set 'cause there's too much going on. But they're watching Coronation Street's the longest box sets ever.
That is very true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's on like season 65.
They actually
now or
count the
something like
seasons.
that. Yeah, well, because
That's
it's
too
years,
much to catch
isn't
up on, isn't it?
They're calling it by years, so
When did it start? Before you was born?
it's like the 65th year, I think,
And
this year.
it'll end after you've died.
It won't end ever.
I think it will.
It will never
Neighbours
end.
went, didn't
It
it?
will never end. No,
Is
well,
Neighbours gone or is it back?
Neighbours had its chance in it a couple of times. Yeah, Neighbours gone, and then everyone kicked off and said, "No, don't get rid of Neighbours." And then someone rescued it, and then people still didn't watch it.
Should have never gone to Channel 5.
And I feel bad for Stephen Dennis, because what else is he going to do? Paul Robinson.
Oh, I
'Cause
would be
he's been in
thinking
it
of
since day dot. Paul, I think.
who's the doctor?
Carl
Kennedy.
Carl Kennedy. Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's a rock star in real life as well, so he's got other things
He's
going
got other
on.
jobs.
He's got Stephen
Well,
Dennis has got that one single he had
He
out
runs Lassiter's.
with Stock Aitken and Waterman.
He could probably run Lassiter's. I think you're right. If you've been in Neighbours, you live in Australia, you're gonna get by, aren't you?
But do you remember when they used to open the door and it was a painting? So the street was just a painting. It wasn't actual scenery, and it wasn't a real street. It was.
So
like
they're in
a
the house. They
painting.
open the door of their house.
Yeah,
and
and
they walk into
the
a painting.
person who'd like Helen Daniels would be popping around with a casserole, and in the background was a painting of the street.
The second mention of casserole in the last 2 weeks.
Well, that's what they do, isn't it? They bring casserole.
Is it casserole for the dogs?
No.
'Cause-
Bouncer with his dream.
Yeah.
So
But real life neighbours, though.
real life neighbours.
Do you have good neighbours or bad neighbours?
Well, I've got
Have you
new
had
neighbours
them? Have you
now
not?
because I've moved
Yeah.
with my husband.
Remember what you say is going to go out to the world,
Yes.
so they could hear this.
I know this. They're nice neighbours actually because they put our bins out for us.
Were you going to say that
They
before I
wheel the
just gave you the
bins out.
warning?
No, they're lovely
Okay.
neighbours. They put bins out. They just put the bins out.
I
basically.
think-
they wheel them out for us.
I think our neighbours stole our recycling bins.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Did you not have numbers on them and like
We
lettering
have
with flowers
we did,
on?
We've numbered them since.
To put stickers of dogs on it, like some people do. Have you seen those
Yeah.
stickers of dogs?
You can get like a little whole design for your wheelie bin if you want to.
Well, it's big business, isn't it? People were getting in wheelie bins in the lockdown because they couldn't go cold water swimming, so they would like fill up the wheelie bin with water and dunk themselves in it.
I can't imagine that's good for your mental health. You go cold water swimming because you're in the sea,
Yeah,
mental health,
yeah, I
it's
know.
beautiful,
I know what
you're
you're
with
saying,
nature.
yeah.
Sat in a bin is different. I'm going to be more depressed if I'm sat in a bin in my front garden.
Well, I'd like to see that, to be honest, because you're a very tall man, aren't you?
But they are big.
You got the big industrial size ones.
It's not the space I'm worried about. It's the fact that I'm sat in a bin in my garden.
Yeah. Do you know when random passers-by put like poo bags in your bin? Has that happened to you? Does that happen in your area?
I wouldn't care.
Random. Imagine if you were doing a code, but you thought your bin was empty, and you get in the cold water, and then there's a little poo bag floats up next to you. There is someone actually. My mum's just got a Ring doorbell, and there is someone who's been leaving an empty can of white cider, the proper strong stuff, on the wall outside my mum's house. So I'm like, one day you're going to capture who that was.
So each day...
Not every day, but now and again there's an empty can. So they obviously sit on my mum's steps and finish off their little cider.
Well, it's nice to got a routine.
Yeah.
That's good for your mental health, isn't it, to have a routine?
But have you got a Ring doorbell?
No.
Oh, you should get one. It's really good.
To spy?
To spy.
But I'm not one of those because what I can't stand are the neighbours that have to know everything that's going on all the time.
That's Neighbourhood Watch.
Yeah, and they will they'd be worried if someone puts a poo bag in their bin. I don't care what you put in my bin. Put some body parts in there.
I see what you're saying, Tom, but also when something happens, these are the people that we rely on.
Yeah, you want them
who have got the CCTV and the Ring doorbell, and they can say, well, this person pulled up in a red Vauxhall, what the names of cars? In a red car at 1832, and he came out and he was wearing beige slacks and a green jumper. And he went over to the bin and he deposited something, and then he went back over again. And then it'd be like they just got rid of a weapon, and that lady has solved that case.
Yeah, again, you've been watching Columbo.
I've been watching Murder 24/7. That's what I've been watching.
What you're going to do is find out the piece and say, there's a man and he drunk a can of cider and left it on my wall. And they say, please stop phoning. It's not a crime.
White cider.
Just put it in the green recycling bin.
Yeah.
You keep saying white cider.
Well, White Lightning, White Diamond, White,
okay,
whatever it's called.
Yeah, the cheap one.
The other one, yeah.
I didn't know they did it in a can.
Yeah, 87p apparently, not for...
Yeah, our patrons
it
free
says
quid.
it on it, like
our patrons
free
quid. They could get free cans of white cider.
They could totally do that and have change.
Yeah.
To get some sherbet dim dubs.
That's the first time that I'm going to say bad value for our patron. Then free quid. Get some White Lightning cider, drink it in your bin in the garden.
Leave it outside a random person's door.
Leave it outside a random person's house.
Are your neighbours good at taking packages in? Or you get on with them?
Don't do the twitching arm again. Yeah, our neighbours will take in a package, but generally our delivery people, they're just chucking their packages wherever they want.
Oh, really? They kick it over the wall?
Hoik over wall, just leave on the front of that doorstep.
Have you got a front garden or just a doorstep?
It's a slight path. It's a step with a path, but it's very much, you can see it. You could reach the door from the path.
Have you got like a safe place that you've been designated for your...
Our safe place is the shed, but my wife insists on keeping the garden gate padlocked at all times in case the tortoise escapes. And the tortoise cannot open a gate.
What was the tortoise called again?
Flash. And
The
it has
tortoise.
got a history of escaping. That's how we ended up with the tortoise. But it cannot undo a padlock. She puts a padlock on the rabbit's hutch so that a fox can't get in.
Oh.
Because a fox can undo a bolt, apparently.
That's really
Do you think a fox can undo a bolt?
I don't know. It depends if you put WD-40 on it. If it's like rusty.
No, it can't.
Yeah, but it could go like that with its paw.
Yeah, that's what she says.
Yeah.
But a fox cannot undo a bolt.
Look, have you never watched
I can't undo the bolt on our gate sometimes. I have to lift it up.
Fantastic Mr. Fox, because they can do all sorts.
They can do all sorts, but remember that is a cartoon.
So you haven't got a Ring doorbell. Are you thinking of getting one? Should you get one? I think you should get one.
I don't know what the benefit is of one.
The benefit is you can see who's at the door. You can talk to them. You can say, "Get away from my house."
We got a peephole. That's the analog Ring doorbell peephole.
But you don't have to you could be lying in bed and leave them and say to them, just leave it on the side or come back later.
All right, yeah.
You could not in that voice, but you could
just leave it on the side. I'll come back later.
Because mums always say, "Who's that at the door?" Who's that at this time? Who's that ringing during Coronation Street? Well, now you can know who it is.
Mums do that.
You're probably the kind of person who answers your phone, aren't you?
I actually, yeah. I know that is unusual, but I am.
Hate it. I hate it so much. I stare at it in horror and just wait for it to stop ringing. And then I'll leave it a couple of minutes and go, "Oh, sorry, I missed you."
Yeah, well, I don't save anyone's number. So when you ring,
so it's like
just
a surprise
number.
every time.
When Ben rings and he just starts chatting to me. And because I haven't got around to saving them yet. So it's always a surprise.
Doesn't take long to save them.
I know.
Just like the surprise, didn't he?
Yeah, I think I've saved you now. But for a long time, you and Ben
left me pending.
Yeah,
left me pending. So you moved since I
You're
saw
getting
you
very
before.
good at asking questions now.
Well, I'm
I feel like I'm not asking enough.
Trying to make an effort. So you lived in a house. What was your house called again? Your old house.
You lived in a house.
Sorry,
I came.
Listen,
I said that too soon. You're good at asking questions. You lived in a house.
You are being menopausist.
Yeah, sorry.
You're like,
there isn't a term for that, is there?
No.
Anti-menopausal.
Just misogyny. No, no, it's fine. No, I don't remember words and I can't string sentences together.
Yeah, I did live in a house. You're
no,
right.
you lived in a house with a name.
Yeah.
What was the name of your house?
We lived in a house called, I don't know, should I say it on the podcast?
Chumbawamba.
Because it's very, not Chumbawamba.
What was it?
Tarangawewe.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
It is a good name.
So why was it called that? It's previous
I think it
owners
was like we were renting and it's a landlord's name. I think it
built
was
on an ancient burial ground or something?
Maori, I think.
Yeah, Maori. Okay.
For home.
It's very cool, though, isn't it?
It was a cool name,
You
yeah.
should have taken the
And the
plaque
neighbours
with
we
you.
had there stole our cat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did they sort of groom you, the cat, and like get it round
They
for food, and
groomed.
then the cat just
we-
made the decision? I didn't even tell you about Sylvia the cat, but we have to
We
move
have to
on
wait
now.
now. When that's
It's not
gone
even called
forever.
Sylvia, by the way. It wasn't even a girl, but I just called it Sylvia.
No, when I got together with my wife, she had a cat. So I inherited the cat. And I don't like cats.
Step cat.
Step cat. And yeah, it just kept on taking longer and longer to come home because they will go off. They will
Is that
wander.
because you were really horrible to it and you bullied it?
No, I accepted the cat's existence. And then one day I was walking home and I saw it in my neighbour's house in the window. And they'd been feeding the cat, and so it just went and lived there. And then we moved house, and my wife went to go and get the cat, and they said, "Oh, my wife's very ill, and she loves the cat now, so we had to leave the cat there."
Oh. Was your wife upset?
She wasn't happy about it.
No. Well, you shouldn't feed other people's cats without permission.
No, that's why.
I never fed Sylvia. I just give her love.
But I thought you had a cat with that's the animal you get when you're quite lonely sometimes, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
if you're on your own, you
it's
get a
the
cat.
cat lady thing.
That's
isn't
it.
It's
But
just-
why would you? But then imagine if you got a cat because you're lonely, and then your cat
and then the cat
runs off with someone
goes
else.
off.
That's the last thing you need. Have you ever had a bad neighbour?
I had someone who lived above me in a flat. They used to play really loud music.
Oh, that's horrible.
Really annoyingly loud. And then my partner at the time, passive aggressively. Oh, and they used to play the keyboard really loudly as well. So my partner passive aggressively hung some headphones on his front door, passive aggressively.
Oh,
as
that's
it
a
was
very
a
British way
suggestion.
to let them know.
Yeah, because I'm not the person who could leave a note saying, "This is my milk."
You're non what?
I'm non-confrontation. I don't like it. I just
I was being
passive-aggressively
menopausal.
left.
Yes, then.
And also, I shared a flat with some people who just would never wash up and stuff. And
Yeah, well, I had that at
once in
uni.
protest didn't do their washing up, and 5 days later I caved.
That is a big one when you're house sharing, because I had a housemate post uni who never washed up.
Oh,
It becomes a standoff, doesn't it?
yeah.
Who can go the longest? And at uni as well, we lived with a girl who we didn't want to live with, and we all moved in before she did, and we went in the rooms and chose the best furniture we wanted. Got the best furniture. She got the best room, and then when she moved in, she was fine for a couple of weeks, and then we got an inventory come round that said what should be in each room, and she stole the internet.
Oh,
Yeah. She
stole the whole
She
internet.
stole the internet box and put it in her
the
room,
internet box. Okay,
and then wouldn't let us have it back.
That's horrific.
To who? To me or her?
That's just horrific that she stole the
Stole
whole
the
thing,
internet, yeah.
But then you stole the best furniture.
We did steal
so
the best furniture.
Tip tap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the internet's more. There's more on the internet than a good desk.
I lived with my mum for a long time, and we got on with the neighbours really well and stuff like that. But my dad was always making faux pas with a neighbour. He would talk over the garden fence and sort of ask a question and then find out. He was getting married, and then he said, "Oh, how's the wedding plans?" He's like, "Oh, we're not getting married anymore." And I went, how's your mum? Oh, she died the other week. So and then he'd pretend, I can hear the phone ringing, and then he'd go inside because he was like, I've just put my foot in it. But the neighbours on the other side are really friendly, and they every Christmas give a Christmas card with 2 special neighbours on it. Every Christmas.
I don't like.
That's nice neighbours cards.
I don't like neighbours that talk to me. Does that make me a bad neighbour or them?
No, not really. Do you say hello and give a smile?
I say hello,
Because-
but what I mean is when they lean over the fence and have a chat when you're in your garden.
I think that's nice.
Or we used to have a guy live next door to us when we were growing up, and he'd always be on the front working on his car, and as you'd walk in, he'd always have a chat with you.
I think that's
It's nice. I think I'm a
But
bad neighbour in
Are
that
you
situation.
now? You've got children.
Yeah.
Have you got neighbours who will give you ball back straight away?
They definitely hold on some longer than they need to.
Yeah.
But we stopped playing football in the garden now, so we gravelled it.
Okay.
But yeah, there was a period where the ball would go and they'd leave it 2 days before the ball came back. Or once when I was a kid, I was at a friend's house and we had playing football in the garden. The ball went over the fence, and they were like, "You got to be careful because our neighbour will just take the ball and stab the ball." ball goes over the fence, the neighbour starts pulling it, but it was one of those ones at the time where you wear a strap around your head and the football is connected to a string, so it almost pulled me over the fence.
Oh my God. Oh, well,
like
stabbing the ball is
reeling in a
that's
fish.
too far, stabbing the ball. I
Yeah.
would never stab a ball. But my mum started to withhold the ball sometimes from the neighbours' grandchildren. And I said to her one day, Mum, you're becoming Mrs. Mangle. Don't be Mrs. Mangle.
Yeah.
Because Mrs. Mangle was a ball withholder.
No, that's bad.
Do you remember
How
the
many balls
opening
was she getting
credits
a
of
day?
Neighbours when...
How many balls was your mum getting a day?
It's not every day. It's only in like half terms and all that. So it's grandchildren visiting. So it's not...
It's not even
all
every
time.
day on the balls.
Yeah. But because I went to Australia and I ended up going to Ramsay Street, which
Yeah.
isn't called Ramsay Street, but I was really wanting to go to the Neighbours tour, but they don't do it anymore. So I went to where they filmed it and I had photos. And then I looked up the old opening credits to Neighbours. Do you remember the one where someone they're playing cricket in the street and it goes into Mrs. Mangle's house and she comes out and she's like really upset.
I'm really bad.
It was
I
like
have such a
proper
bad memory.
nostalgia. Proper nostalgia, that is. Because me and my friends, we used to meet up, but it was in the days... Oh, Tom, it was in the days before mobile phones.
Yeah.
Yeah. And me and my friends after school, we would say, I'll meet you after Neighbours. So instead of saying, I'll meet you at 6 o'clock, I'll meet you after Neighbours. So we'd go home, have our tea, watch Neighbours. And then when Neighbours finished, we would leave our houses and meet in the middle at the subway.
And sometimes you have to knock on a friend's door though.
Yeah.
don't
Oh,
you?
knock it. Is they coming? Are they coming out?
coming out to play.
Coming out to play.
That was scary, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, and playing out in the street. And then you never really knew what time it was, but your mum would come out and shout for you to come in. 'cause
You
your
can't
tea was
play out on the
ready.
street, and we can't let your kids
Can't
go out
do
and
it
play now,
anymore,
though.
No, can't do it anymore. Everyone's at home on the dark web now, aren't they? All
On the
kids.
dark web.
That's what they're doing.
Unless your internet's been stolen.
Yeah.
They
I
will
love it.
also-
Did she sort of change the password then, so that you can
No, it was like the box.
stow the box?
So she took it, put it in a room, and then she went home.
so she locked it in her room.
She locked the internet in her room, and we all had like essays to do and stuff because we was at uni. And then she didn't speak to us for like 2 years, and we lived in the same house as her.
Oh no.
I've always had bad. Well, I think I'm the problem, but every time I've had neighbours have been bad.
Yeah, that's probably a common denominator then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've lived in many, many, many places. I've moved around a lot, especially when I was in London. I lived in lots of places, but most of it was flats. So you just got people. I used to share a washing machine with people in a house share in it was a flat, but we shared a washing machine with the people on the next floor down. So it would be that waiting for it to finish, and like if they put their washing in, I'll be waiting with my basket. I'm like trying to get in there before they put another load in quickly.
Yeah, that's
and stuff
stressful.
like that. And people who leave their washing in the machine for ages, that bothers me a lot.
Sorry, I'm getting
Get
distracted
it out
by
straight away.
I'm getting distracted by our neighbours
Yeah.
today, the seagulls.
The
Can you hear them?
seagulls.
Do you reckon
Have you
can you hear those on the pod? Do you reckon?
Have you seen Hitchcock's The Birds?
I am going to close the windows because they're feeding them in the pub garden.
Yeah, I don't want them coming in getting my Richmond
Never feed a seagull, should you?
skinless sausages.
Why'd you feed a seagull?
Can you close that one, Josh?
Just for the audience at home, Josh is still here, the tech sound man. He forgot to record the last episode.
Working his notes.
He's still here. He's working his notice. He's closing the window to block out the seagull. Should have done that without me prompting it. And he's almost knocked over a light, but that's all right.
Oh, when I lived in Butlins, I lived in chalets, but we called them sheds.
Chalets.
Chalets, that was quite good. Have you ever worked somewhere where you've got like staff accommodation?
No. Carry on.
Well, and I thought I'd give you an opportunity.
No,
to tell
it's
some
time for me to
anecdotes,
do a story.
but,
But I haven't really got any. Well, I've done my anecdotes about my neighbours.
Mm.
My neighbours now are actually the best I've had. I'll tell you that.
That's
But that's
nice.
not an anecdote, is it? That's
No,
just me covering
just
my back in
being
case they're
nice.
listening.
Yeah.
More than anything.
Well, I used to play in the street with my friend Michelle, and back in those days, Tom, we didn't have Game Boys like you kids these
You've
days.
turned this into a real
Didn't have a
reminiscing
Game Boy.
episode, haven't you?
We had
You just-
bars.
you just keep saying, we used to have this. And we used to
We
only
used to have a piece of
4
elastic
channels
that
if
we
we
used
were
to play
lucky.
with.
And we used to play outside with our friends. And we had a street party and my dad would do a race.
And we had a ball in a
was in
sock.
the last
A ball
episode.
in a sock we used
Yeah.
to play with, not like in prison with a
Yeah.
soap.
I think
but
it's talking about
against
Neighbours
the
because that is reminiscent. It's nostalgic, isn't it,
Yeah,
Neighbours?
it's nostalgic.
Because you remember watching it as a kid.
Yeah. But I used to play on the bars with my friend Michelle. So you got like a steel bar and you you put your body over it and you kind of do spins.
Yeah,
That's what
not
we
me
used to play.
personally, but yeah.
And then my friend cracked her head open one day
Yeah.
because obviously puberty had hit and she got a bit taller and not realised and cracked her head.
Just kept spinning
Just
until
kept
she
spinning.
goes
She's like,
so
I'm
tall.
a bit too tall for that now. Yeah. And we'd lived next door to a lane, so we used to play down the lane. And we
You
used
live
to
next
go
door
down
to a
the
lane.
woods. We used to go
No,
down the woods
not
in our
A lane.
A lane. We used to go in the woods with our wellies on and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
Mum didn't know where we were or care. Oh, I once misjudged a situation when I lived in London in a flat. My boyfriend was away working, and new neighbours had moved in, and they came to knock and said, we're going to be having a party later, just to let you know if it's a bit noisy. And I was like, okay. And they politely said, oh, you can come if you like. And I said, oh, I'm working, but thank you. And then later on, I thought, I'm going to go, because I came back from work and I could hear the party going on. So I knocked on the door, and I thought it would be really funny to pretend I was complaining. So I knocked on the door and went, can you keep your noise down, please? And they just looked really like shocked, and they went white. And I went, I'm only joking. And then I had a bottle of bubbly and I went in. And then I went in and I thought, I'm like the sober one at a party that's been going on for ages. I don't know anyone. And I think I misjudged that their polite invite was just being polite.
It wasn't real.
And it was a bit orcs. And I just kind of said,
What's the etiquette though? When someone moves in, do you bake them a quiche and take it around?
Or a casserole.
Casserole,
No,
you love
I've never,
casserole.
I don't do baking, Tom, but I would probably pop. I gave our neighbour a bottle of wine the other week because they let us put our grass cuttings in their garden bin because ours was full, because my Willie had been trimming the bush and mowing the lawn and
Willie's
stuff.
a husband.
And and I gave her a
We
bottle
need
of
to
wine
change his name.
she popped round.
I think we need to call him
Don't
William.
you change my Willie?
Call him William.
William.
Mr. William.
My William, so I gave her a bottle of wine because
Yeah.
you
No,
know,
I think you'd be-
bits
I
and
think
bobs
you'd
like
be a
they
good
take in the
neighbour.
parcels.
I think you're chatty though. I think you're going to be looking over the fence and chatting.
I'm like, that's nice though, isn't it? That's
No.
nice.
That's my privacy.
You don't like it, do you? But yeah, it's nice to have a wall then, rather than. Do you remember in the 80s there was like the little fences that you could see everything? You know, the tiny. But now, you know, you have the higher fences. But in the 80s,
No.
everyone had the same fence that was like waist height, and you could just, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but there is a neighbour
Better for
at
community
my mum's
then.
house, a couple of doors down, and I always like look over and wave at him because I can always see his little bald head when he's in the garden. I'm like, no offense.
Do you have WhatsApp groups or Facebook pages for
No,
your?
absolutely
We got
not.
a Facebook page for our estate.
Just for your estate.
Yeah, for our estate. But I had to leave it because
Yeah.
it is just people
Is
complaining
it
about
not a
parking.
comedy gold mine though?
I like to vicariously. I hear about it through my wife, but I cannot be on it myself because it's too petty. But you do want those people when there's something going on in your street.
Oh yeah, there was a break-in at my neighbour's once, and I was at my mum's years ago, and we heard breaking glass, and I looked out the window. There's blood all over this white patio furniture, and I was like, you know how I love Columbo. I was
Yeah,
absolutely loving it.
get your magnifying glass.
Absolutely loving it. Went in the garden.
Get your
and-
magnifying glass.
well, what? Oh yeah,
If you talk about Columbo.
So I went down, and what had happened was we called the police, and the police followed the trail of blood up the lane, the previously mentioned lane, to a man who was bleeding profusely from his wrist because he'd put a brick in the window and cut his wrist and bled everywhere, sprayed all over the place because he'd hit an artery and was bleeding in the lane, and he was like, it wasn't me. He refused. He said it wasn't me, denied everything, even though they followed the trail of blood. Proper wrong.
Yeah.
But and then a policeman came around. I had to what's it called? Statement.
I got hit by the police in a police chase once.
You got hit?
Yeah. Do you know like police camera action?
Or like police
Police camera
interceptors.
action. Yeah.
Amazing.
They were chasing someone through the town I live in, and this car comes flying up this street. It's like really narrow street, and I was like, oh well, I can't reverse. And he went up on the pavement, smashed. Well, he got past me, and then two police cars came around the corner chasing him. Went up the side, like smashed into my car. And then the police had to come round and show me the video. So it was like police camera action, but in my hometown, and they're hitting into me.
But where you parked, you weren't in the car. You were in the car.
I was like just
no,
in the
and they
road
just
still.
left the scene because
Yeah,
they were
because they were in
after
a
it.
chase. We got to watch the whole thing, and then they ended up in a country lane, and the police went to go and get the guy out of the car, and they just slammed the door into the policeman's face and ran off. They got away.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, and we know who it was because they're like local wrong-uns.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I love police interceptors.
yeah, and I've been in it.
Watching that. Oh, it's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah,
Done
it was
loads
quite
of
fun.
things. Tipping point, police
Tipping point, police
interceptors.
interceptors. Never live at the Apollo or Mock the Week, but
Nah,
hey, there you
who
go.
needs that? Nah,
Done all
it's
the
not as
other
interesting,
ones.
is it?
All the ones you can apply for or end up on by being
Oh
crashed into.
dear.
And my grandparents, they got shot with a shotgun in their conservatory.
What?
Yeah. They didn't get hit, but my granddad was in his chair, and then a shotgun bullet went through the window of the conservatory. It's double glazed, so it went through the first bit and then like wedged in the second pane. But
Is
it was
this
like
all in North
line
Devon?
with his head. In Dorset, this was.
Oh my God.
And so then they were front page of the news trying to track
Bet
down
they were.
the shotgun guy.
Oh.
Or woman, because they can shoot pensioners too.
Yeah.
See? Not misogynistic.
The gun
Could be a
person.
menopausal woman with a shotgun.
Could be, yeah. We'll get away with it and all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying that. That's you.
Temporary insanity.
Well, whoever it was did get away with it because they never found them. I don't think my granddad was targeted.
No.
Yeah, he does run a car boot stall, but I don't think he's upset.
He's
with
a
anyone
local
that bad.
entrepreneur, is he?
He's a bit of a Del Boy. I don't think he'd sold anything.
Have you ever lived near anyone famous?
Martin Clunes called me a shit stirrer in a charity shop
He
once.
called you a shit stirrer?
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
What, in a jokey way or serious?
Nah, serious.
I think he can be serious.
He's not a nice bloke. Yeah, it's a shame.
What were you shit stirring? Were you haggling?
No, I worked for a local newspaper.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we're in this real tiny town. He has this big festival every year, and it caused like loads of drama in the town with like traffic and things. And so our newspaper had done a story about the traffic in the town, and I went to an opening of a charity shop that he was opening, and he refused to have his picture taken and said that I was a shit stirrer. And the previous week I got him to sign my Men Behaving Badly box set. I had to put it on eBay because I couldn't bear to look at it anymore.
Oh no, is
Can't
it
watch Men Behaving
triggering?
Badly
Is it
anymore. No.
triggering?
Yeah,
What about
triggering.
Doc Martin?
Don't like that anyway.
Oh no.
Neil Morrissey was my favourite anyway.
Hey. Oh.
Clunesy.
Oh. That's
Don't
good
expect
story.
that.
What?
Don't expect to be sweared at by Gary from
Yeah.
Men Behaving Badly.
Oh no, it's like when Phil Jupiter's give me a dirty look.
Yeah.
That was,
But at least that's only a dirty look.
yeah.
He had a big pair of novelty scissors when he was calling me a shit
Oh,
stirrer.
no.
One of the pensioners said, "Oh, I think we better take them off him."
Oh no. Oh, sorry about that. I'm sorry that happened
The pensioners
to you.
are on my side because they're all members of the town council
they're
that complained about his
shit stirrers as well,
festival.
are they?
Yeah, they were the
Yeah.
shit stirrers. I didn't even do the story.
Oh no.
I was doing the charity shop opening. But he didn't live next door to me.
You should have put your Men Behaving box in the charity shop. The
Yeah,
signed
that would
one.
have shown him, wouldn't
They
it?
could have-
I should have whipped
They
out
could
my
have put
bag
it
there
up to
and then.
£2 then. Yeah.
Just put it on the
Put it
shelf.
straight on the shelf.
I
giving
don't
him-
even. I think I got
staring him out.
didn't really even make that much more money on eBay, even though it's signed.
Oh dear. I used to fancy him a little bit, Martin Clunes.
He
I
looks
may
like
or
one
may
of our
not
close friends.
I've been a bit lonely, and I bought a Martin Clunes coaster and keyring set, and it was black and white pencil art. I went through a weird phase, and
I don't know what's worse, the fact you bought that or someone's made that.
yeah,
Someone's done a sketch of Martin Clunes and thought, I'm going to put this on a table mat.
keyring and
A table
coaster
mat.
set, keyring and coaster set.
Set. All the same picture of Martin
Yeah,
Clunes.
yeah.
So four, we
Black and
talking
white
four
pencil
coasters?
drawing. No, just the one, because obviously someone who's buying that only needs one.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Just me in my house with my one mug.
A keyring.
Yeah.
Because you should have, on a keyring, you usually have like maybe a picture of your kids or your pets, like parents. You've got a pencil drawing of Martin
Not
Clunes.
anymore. It was a long
No?
time ago, before I found my Willie.
And what? Because you
William.
fancied him, you wanted that.
I fancied him a little bit.
Yeah.
I only fancied him in William and Mary. I didn't fancy him in Maybe Even Madly or Doc Martin. I fancied him in William and Mary.
He wasn't very fanciable in Men Behaving Badly.
He used to have naked baths with Julie Graham in William and Mary.
I've never even heard
He
of
was
that.
an undertaker. She was a midwife. So see what they did there. He was end of life. She was beginning of life.
Yeah.
And they had a romance. And they used to have
In the
naked
bath?
baths. He had big nipples, like slices of
And is
ham.
that in the drawing?
Slices
Is
of
that
ham
included in the
nipples.
sketch? Is that on the coaster?
No, it's not.
Put the cup of tea on the nipple?
Big old slice of honey roast ham.
See like a big nippled man, do you?
It was just incidental. I didn't, that
So
was
you
just,
liked him
it was just a
regardless
bonus.
of the big nipple?
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you say a big nipple, is it the areola that's big or the actual nipple
It's the
itself?
areola,
Yeah.
the slice of ham, basically.
Slice of ham nipples.
Not the Billy Bear ham.
God,
Anyway,
Clunesy's
so
getting it today.
if you're enjoying the show and you would like a little bit of extra time on the back of the bus with us, you can join us on Patreon. From just £3 a month, you can have an extra episode every week. Also, exclusive bonus episode every month. Ooh.
And we will also give you a shout out on the podcast. And if you join our top tier of the Patreon, you'll get a signed poster from us and you'll get 15% off of all future merch if that ever launches, which it will launch, of course. Yeah, we need a bit of launching of the merch. Please sign up. It's the best way of supporting us. It's the best way of supporting the podcast. And if you guys are there, then we can keep doing this, which is what we want to do, and do live shows and all sorts of things. And you get loads of great extras as well.
Please head to patreon.com/OTBOTB and hop on the bus.